Okay, if you have no question for the question 1, for sure, yeah, no question for the question 1, I will move to the question 2 because yesterday we already discussed the question 1. Wait, my slide is, oh yeah, already. For the question 2, I know for the question 2, we don't have to make the table, we don't have to find the term to term rule, but for finding the position to term rule, it will be better if we have the position to term rule first, and then after that we make we write down the sequence in a table, so it will be easier for us later to find the position to term rule. So for the question 2a, we already have the sequence 6, 12, 18, 24. So we can find the difference between 6 into 12. We need to add it by 6. From 12 into 18, we also need to plus it by 6 and so on. So it means later for writing down the sequence on a table, we'll be using the multiple of 6. Why multiple of 6? Because the term to term rule is at 6. So the term in here is depend on the sequence given. The sequence is 6, 12, 18, and 24. That's why it will be 6, 12, 18, 24 for the terms. And then for the multiple of 6, you have to find 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4. And then when I check the difference, 6 minus 6 is 0, 12 minus 12 is 0, 18 minus 18 is 0, 24 minus 24 is equals to 0. So it means for the position to term rule, it will be only 6 times position number. But teacher, usually we have to plus it with the difference. Okay, if you want to write the difference, you can write it plus 0. But adding 0 to any number will not making any difference. So it means you can skip the plus 0. You can just directly write it as 6 times position number. Is there anyone who get confused at question 2a? Is there anyone? Hello? No? Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 2b. Same in here, we already have the sequence. So I will just find the term to term rule. The term to term rule is at 3. That's why for writing down the sequence in a table, we'll be having the multiple of 3. Because the term to term rule is at 3. So for the term, we just copy paste. It will be 7, 10, 13, 16. Multiple of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. So we have to find the difference. 7 minus 3 will be 4, 10 minus 6 will be 4, 13 minus 9, 4, 16 minus 12 will be 4. All of them, the difference is 4. And then the position number, we will always multiply with the term to term rule given. Because this is at 3, so the position number, we will multiply it by 3. And then we have to add it by the difference that we got from the table. So for the position to term rule, it will be 3 times position number plus 4. Is there anyone who get confused before I move to the question to see? Or maybe I talk too fast or anything? Hello? If you are being quiet, so I will assume that none of you having any difficulties. I will just move to the question to see. For the question to see, we already have the sequence, and then same, we have to find the term to term rule first. The term to term rule, it will be at 7 because from 8 into 18, we have to plus it by 10. From 18 into 28, we have to add it by 10. That's why the term to term rule, it will be at 10. Because this is at 10, so we have to find the multiple of 10. The terms are 8, 18, 28, 38. And then the multiple of 10 will be 10, 20, 30, 40. And then for finding the difference, 8 minus 10, it will be negative 2. 18 minus 20, negative 2. 28 minus 30 will be negative 2. 38 minus 40, it will be negative 2. That's why for the position to term rule, it will be 10 times position number minus 2. Is there anyone who get confused so far before I move to the next question? Is there anyone who get confused? Hello? No? Okay. I don't see anyone ask me through the chat box and no one unmuting yourself for having any question. So I will move to the question 3. For the question 3, wait, my slide, yeah. For the question 3, same, we will have to find the term to term rule, and then we have to write the sequence in a table, and then we have to work out the position two term rule, and then we have to check if the rule is working for the first three terms. So same, we have to find the term to term rule first. 2 into 3, the difference is 1. 3 into 4, the difference is 1. So that's why the term to term rule, we have to write it as add 1. So for writing down the sequence in a table, we will be needing the multiple of 1. Multiple of 1, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the term, it will be 2, 3, 4, 5 from the question given. And then we can find the difference. 2 minus 1 will be 1, 3 minus 2 will be 1, and so on. So we have that the difference, all of them are constant, which is equals to 1. So for the position to term rule, we'll be having as position number plus 1. And teacher, what if I write it as 1 times position number plus 1? That is also okay, because usually the position number, we will multiply it with the term to term rule given. Since the term to term rule given is at 1, so the position number, we will multiply it by 1. And then multiply any number by 1 will not be changing the value. That's why I do not write it as 1 times position number. I directly write it as position number plus 1. But if you answer it as 1 times position number plus 1, that is also correct. It's not wrong. And then for the checking, we just need to replace the position number into number 1, 2, 3. Why number 1, 2, 3? Because the question told us, check your rule works for the first three terms. Because first three terms, it means the number, we have to replace the position number into number 1, number 2, and number 3. We check it and then we compare it to the sequence given. And then when I check, all of them are equal. So it means the position to term rule is already correct. Is there anyone having question at question 3A? Hello? Is there anyone having question? No? Okay. If no one asks me anything through the chat box, you can unmute yourself. You can interrupt me whenever you have any difficulties. That is okay during the online class. It will be better if you want to interrupt me rather than you stay quiet. So please try to ask whenever you have any difficulties. I will not get mad. I will not laugh at you if you have any questions. So please feel free to ask me any question. For the question B, we already have the sequence. Same, we have to check the term to term rule. The term to term rule, it will be at 1. So for the table, I will be having multiple of 1. And then later we will be finding the difference between the term and also the multiple. The difference, all of them are already constant, 11. So for the position to term rule, it will be position number plus 11. Or you can write it as 1 times position number plus 11. That is also correct. And then for the checking, we can replace the position number into number 1 until number 3. Why number 1 until number 3? Because we have to check if the rule is working for the first three terms. So we replace the position number into number 1. We check it's equals to 12. Okay, correct. When we replace the n into 2, it's equals to 13. Correct. When the n is equals to 3, I will be having 14. So it is also correct. It means our position to term rule is already correct. Is there anyone having question at question 3? Or my voice not audible enough? Hello? No question or having question? Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 3C. For question 3C, this is also the same thing. We have to find the term to term rule first. The term to term rule is at 1. So for the table, we'll be having the multiple of 1. And then we need to find the difference between the term and also the multiple of 1. The difference is 21. That's why for the position to term rule, it will be position number plus 21. And then when we do double checking, we replace the position number into number 1 to 3. And then we compare it with the first, second, and also the third term that we have. When we replace the position number into number 1, we got 22. When we replace it into number 2, we got 23. When we replace it into 3, we get 24. All of them are correct, matching to the sequence given. So it means the position number is already correct. Is there anyone having question? Or maybe I go too fast? Hello? No question? Okay, for sure? No? Okay. Please let me know whenever you have any question. Do not stay quiet. I really like it when my students ask me so many questions. So please feel free to ask me whenever you have any difficulties. Okay, I will move to the question 4 if you have no question. For the question 4, the question only asking us to work out the position to thumb rule for each sequence of numbers. We only have to find the position to thumb rule. You don't have to find the thumb to thumb rule. You don't have to make the table. The question only asking the position to thumb rule. But here in my slides, I show you the thumb to thumb rule and also the table. Why did I show it to you? Because it will be easier for us to find the position number, the position to thumb rule by finding the thumb to thumb rule first and then writing the sequence in a table. So later it will be easier for us to write the position to thumb rule. So when I check 5 into 6, we have to add it by 1. 6 into 7, we have to add it by 1. 7 into 8, we have to add it by 1. That's why in here, for the position to thumb rule, it will be at 1. Because this is at 1, for the writing down the sequence in a table, we'll be having the multiple of 1. So the terms are 5, 6, 7, 8. Multiple of 1, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we check the difference, all of them are already constants. So for the position to thumb rule, we'll be having as position number plus 4. And then for the question 4b, same, all of the we have to find the thumb to thumb rule first. The thumb to thumb rule is at 1. That's why for writing down the sequence in a table, we will be having the multiple of 1. And then we have to find the difference. I got that the difference is equals to 24. So here we have the position number. For the position to thumb rule, it will be position number plus 24. For the question C, again, we have to check for the thumb to thumb rule. For the thumb to thumb rule, it will be at 1. 125 into 126, we have to add it by 1. 126 into 127, we have to add it by 1. And then we make the table. For the sequence, we have the thumb and also multiple of 1. Multiple of 1, it will be 1, 2, 3. So when we check the difference it will be equals to 124. So for the position to thumb rule, it will be position number plus 124. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I talk too fast and you do not understand anything? It's okay to remind me, to interrupt me rather than you stay quiet. Is there anyone who get confused? Hello? Are you sure you have no confusion? Everything is okay, everything is easy? Hello? Do you guys having any question? No question, okay? If you have no question, I will move to the question 5. For the question 5 in here, we already have the pattern. Pattern is made from the gray squares, but I do not draw the gray squares. I will just directly tell you how many, what is the sequence of the number of the gray squares. To find the sequence, you can count how many gray squares are there. So like the first pattern, there will be 7 squares, and then wait, my slide, is my slide okay, or is it getting dark to you? It's okay, yeah. Okay then, because mine before it was dark. Okay, so for the first pattern, there are 7 gray squares, so it will be 7 for the first term, and then for the next pattern it will be 10, and then for the third term it will be 13, and then for the last pattern it will be 16. That's why for the sequence of the number of the gray squares, it will be 7, 10, 13, and 16. Now I will continue for the question B. Write down the term-to-term rule. To find the term-to-term rule, you just have to find the difference from 7 into 10, from 10 into 13, from 13 into 16. And then the number change when we do addition by 3. That's why the term-to-term rule, it will be add 3. How the sequence is formed at question C. The sequence is, I will tell it from the very first pattern. So for the very first pattern, there are 7 gray squares. And then to get the next pattern, we have to edit 3 gray squares to get the next pattern. This is the sentence that I made. If you have a different sentence, as long as the meaning is same with mine, that is also correct. You don't have to make the sentence that is exactly the same like mine. It's okay if it is a bit different as long as the meaning is the same. Is there anyone who get confused or do not understand? Before I find the position to term rule, is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay. To find the position to term rule, I will just make a table again. It will be easier for us to find the position to term rule by writing down the sequence in a table. So we have the term which are 7, 10, 13, 16. And then because the term to term rule is add 3, so we'll be having the multiple of 3. Multiple of 3, it will be 3, 6, 9, 12. And then for finding the difference, it will be 4. Because 7 minus 3 is 4, 10 minus 6 is 4, 13 minus 9 is 4. So for the position to term rule, it will be 3 times position number plus 4. Is there anyone who get confused before I move to the next question? Or maybe I talk too fast, my voice not audible or something? Is there anyone who get confused? No? No confusion for sure? Okay. No one tell me anything through the chat box, so I will just continue to the question 6. For the question 6, you can see there are 5 shapes on the question 6, but I do not draw all of them in here. I will just tell you the sequence or the number of each gray square on each pattern. So the sequence, it will be 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So the first pattern, there are 3 gray squares. Second pattern, there are 5 gray squares, and so on. So from there, I can find the term to term rule, which is equals to add 2. From 3 into 5, we have to add it by 5. And actually you have to write all the answer for the workbook in your for the discussion in your workbook. If you do not have enough time, later I will be uploading the PowerPoint through the Google Classroom. Yesterday I did not post anything because my electricity was off until this morning. That's why I haven't uploaded anything. After the class done, I will upload all of the material that we have since yesterday. So you will be having time later to copy. So now you can stay focused. Later, if you have any question or maybe you do not understand, you can interrupt me. Feel free to interrupt me. It's okay. Do not be quiet, because if you keep being quiet, I will do not understand what is your confusion, what is your queries. Okay. For the question 6, question 6a, draw the shape 6. So to draw the shape 6, this is the drawing of the shape 6. There will be 13 square, and this is the form of the 13 square. And then for the position to term rule at the question 6b, to find the position to term rule, the first thing that we have to do is making a table first. I have the table for the term, and also for the second row, it will be multiple of 2. Why multiple of 2? Because the term to term rule is add 2. That's why I will use the multiple of 2. Multiple of 2, it will be 2, 4, 6, 8. And then to find the difference, I just directly subtract 3 minus 2, which is equals to 1. 5 minus 4 will be equals to 1. 7 minus 6 will be equals to 1. 9 minus 8, it will be equals to 1. So for the position 2 term rule, we will have it as 2 times position number plus 1. Is there anyone who get confused at question 6, or maybe I talk too fast? Is there anyone who get confused? Hello? No question? For sure, no question? Okay, if you have no question, I will move to the next exercise on your practice book, page 13. Exercise 2.3 about using the and term. Using the and term in here, it's similar like we are using the position 2 term rule. If using the position 2 term rule, we replace the position number into whatever term that we are going to find. In here also the same thing. We are going to replace the letter n into whatever term that we are going to find. Now for the question 1, work out the first 3 terms. It says first 3 terms. If first 3 terms, it means there will be 3 terms. The first, the second, and also the third. That's why later the letter n, we will be replacing the letter n into number 1, number 2, and number 3. Because we have to find the first 3 terms. And then there is another additional sentence. We have to find the 10th term. So it means the letter n we will be replacing into number 10. That's why in here n plus 4. It will be 1 plus 4, will be 2 plus 4, 3 plus 4, and 10 plus 4. You can count it one by one. So the answer it will be 5, 6, 7, and also 14 for the question 1A. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone who get confused? No confusion? Okay. If you have no confusion, I will move to the question 1B. For the question 1B, we have 2n. 2n means 2 times n. So later the letter n, we will be replacing into number 1, 2, 3, and 10. So it will be 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, and the last one is 2 times 10. You can calculate them. So we will be having 2, 4, 6, and also 20. For the question C, we have the sequence, or we have the n term, which is equals to 2n plus 4. So it means 2 times n plus 4. We have to finish the multiplication before the addition. So when I have 2 times 1 plus 4, it means I have to do 2 times 1 first, which is equals to 2. And then 2 plus 4 will be equals to 6. For the next term, it will be 2 times 2 is equals to 4. 4 plus 4 is equals to 8. And so on. So later in the answer for the question 1C, I will have 6, 8, 10, and also 24. Is there anyone having question before I move to the 1DEF? Is there anyone having any question? Hello? Is there anyone having any question so far? No question for sure? Okay. If you have no question, let us move to the question 1DEF. We do the same thing. We have to replace the letter n into number 1, 2, 3, and also 10. N minus 2, so it will be 1 minus 2, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 10 minus 2. So the answer, it will be negative 1, 0. Oops, sorry, I make a typo in here. 3 minus 2, it's supposed to be 1, not 0. Yeah, it's supposed to be 1, sorry. Yeah, so the answer, it will be negative 1, 0, 1, and 8. And then for the question E, 3n. 3n means 3 times n. So when we replacing the n into 1, 2, 3, and 10, we will have 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, 3 times 10. That's why in here we will be having 3, 6, 9, and 30. For the question F, 3n minus 2. 3n minus 2, it means 3 times n minus 2. So it will be 3 times 1 minus 2, 3 times 2 minus 2, 3 times 3 minus 2, 3 times 10 minus 2. Multiplication have to be done first before the subtraction. So we do 3 times 1, which is equals to 3. 3 minus 2 will be equals to 1, and so on. So for the question 1F, we have 1, 4, 7, and 28. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone who get confused? No confusion? Or my voice gone or something? No, right? Okay. If you have no confusion, I will move to the question 2. Okay. For the question 2, we have the pattern that is made from circles. I do not draw the pattern in here. I have no enough space. So I will just directly write the answer. You can check it with your workbook. Write down the sequence of numbers of circles. So you will be counting how many gray circles are there in each pattern. I have it 3, 5, 7, and 9. The first pattern, there are 3 circles. Second pattern, 5 circles, and so on. That's why the sequence it will be 3, 5, 7, and 9. For the question B, we have to find the term to term rule. For the term to term rule, we'll be using add 2 because from 3 into 5 we have to add it by 2. From 5 into 7 we have to add it by 2. 7 into 9 we have to add it by 2. That's why in here the term to term rule it will be add 2. And then for the question C, how is the sequence formed? How is the sequence formed? I will tell it from the first pattern and then I will tell how to get the next pattern. That's why in here there are 3 circles at the first pattern. 2 extra gray circles are added to get the next pattern. You can use your own sentence as long as the meaning is same with mine, so it's okay. For the question D, we have to find the position to term rule. Before finding the position to term rule, as usual, I will draw a table. The table will be having the term multiple of 2. Why is it multiple of 2? Because the term to term rule is multiple of 2. After that, we find the, because the term to term rule is add 2. That's why we have the multiple of 2. After that, we will be finding the difference. To find the difference, it will be 3 minus 2, which is equals to 1. 5 minus 4, which is equals to 1, and so on. All the difference are constants, which is equals to 1. So for the position to term rule, it will be 2 times position number plus 1. And then for the question E, we have to check if the n term, which is equals to 2n plus 1, is also correct for this sequence. So when we check the first term, when it is the first term, so it means we have to replace the letter n into 1. If it is the second term, we replace the letter n into 2. If third term, yeah, we replace the letter n into 3. Fourth term, we replace the letter n into 4. So for the first term, you already have it in your textbook, in your workbook. 2 times 1 plus 1 will be equals to 3. And then for the second term, the n we replace into 2. 2 times 2 plus 1 become 5. And then for the third term, we do 2 times 3 plus 1, which is equals to 7. For the fourth term, we will have the 2 times 4 plus 1, which is equals to 9. All of them are matching. So in here, we know that the position number, when we can change it into letter n when we have to find the n term. But do not change the position number into letter n when the question is asking the position to term rule. Okay, is there anyone having question before I move to the question 3? Or maybe I talk too fast? You can clarify all of your doubt. Do not stay quiet. Clear enough for sure? Okay. Through the chat box, no one say it is difficult. So I will move to the next question. If no one asks me any question from the question 2. For the question 3, we already have the pattern. The pattern is made from squares. You can see the pattern in your workbook. I did not draw it in here. So we can find the sequence for the pattern, which is equals to 1, 4, 7, and 10. The sequence is made from the number of how many gray squares on each pattern. And then if I have the sequence which is equals to 1, 4, 7, 10, I will have the term to term rule which is equals to add 3. And then for the question 3a, how is the sequence formed? So I will tell from the very first pattern. So I say there is one circle at the first pattern, and then 3 extra gray squares are added to get to the next pattern. You can use your own sentence as long as the meaning is same with mine. That is okay. For the question B, we have to find the position to term rule. For finding the position to term rule, again, we will use the table. The table will be having the term multiple of 3. Why multiple of 3? Because the term to term rule is at 3. That's why I have multiple of 3. So I will be having the term which is 1, 4, 7, 10. Multiple of 3. Oops, sorry. Multiple of 3 is supposed to be 3, 6, 9 and 12. Sorry, I haven't changed it. So for the difference, later it will be equals to negative 2. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 7 minus 6 is, sorry, 7 minus 9 is equals to negative 2. 10 minus 12 will be equals to negative 2. Yes, Ethan, you can go. Please be back soon. So for the position to term rule, we will have 3 times position number minus 2. Is there anyone who get confused at question 3, or maybe the typo make you confused or anything? Is there anyone who get confused? Oops, sorry. Is there anyone who get confused so far? Before I move to the next question. No question? Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 4. Last question from exercise 2.3. But please feel free to ask me whenever you have any question. Do not stay quiet, yeah. Please clarify all of your doubt. Oh, where is it? Okay. For the question 4, the pattern is already made from squares. And then there are 4 patterns, pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, and pattern 4. In here, I will just tell it as a sequence. So I count how many squares are there on each pattern. So I will have the sequence which is 4, 7, 10, 13. And then for the term to term rule, it will be add 3. From 4 into 7, we have to add it by 3. From 7 into 10, we add it by 3. 10 into 13, we add it by 3. And then for the question 4a, it says, Anders thinks that the n term for the sequence of number of squares in is n plus 3. Anders is wrong. We have to check what is error that Anders has made. So maybe before we check if it is correct or not, before we define it is correct or not, maybe you can check it first. How to check it? You can replace the letter n into whatever term that we want to check. In here we have the first term, second term, third term, and also the fourth term. That's why in here the letter n I replace into 1, 2, 3, and also 4. And then when I check for the first term, 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. It is correct for the first term. But when I check the second term, 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. But in the drawing for the second pattern, there are 7 squares. So it means the pattern that Anders makes is wrong. Why is it wrong? Because he write it as n plus 3. Do you still remember when we have the term to term rule at 3, later the position number we have to multiply it by 3. Because the position number is the same thing as n, it means the letter n we have to multiply it by 3. Because the term to term rule is at 3. So the n we will multiply it by 3. And then if I check it, I use the 3 times n for the first pattern. 3 times 1, it will be only equals to 3. But the first sequence, the answer is 4. It means I have to add it by 1 to make it correct. Or if to make it easier for you, or to confirm it for you it is correct or not, you can find the position to term rule first. You have to find the position to term rule. I make the table again, make the term and also make multiple of 3. Why multiple of 3? Because the term to term rule is at 3. And then from the table, we have that the term is 4, 7, 10, 13. Multiple of 3 is 3, 6, 9, and 12. So for finding the difference, all of them are already constant, which is equals to 1. So we have that the position to term rule will be 3 times position number plus 1. And then when we want to change it into the n term, we can change the position number into n, which is equals to 3n plus 1. Or from here we have that 3 times n plus 1. 3 times n plus 1 is also the same thing as 3n plus 1. Is there anyone who get confused at question 4 or still do not understand maybe? Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone? It is clear enough or is there any question? Hello? Is there any question? No question for sure? Okay. If you have no question, we only have 1 minute left. I don't think it will be enough if we discuss the question 1 from exercise 2.4. So I will just end up the class.